Hello, it's Polish Pol VR, welcome to the channel. We've got brand new PSVR2 game revealed and it's called Colossal Cave, a reimagination of classic 1975 text-based adventure game. The developers announced today that they're doing it, getting small in the corner so we can talk about it more. So Colossal Cave, here we are on the Gematsu website and Colossal Cave coming to PlayStation VR2. Adventure game remake out for most platforms on January 19th. Cygnus Entertainment, we're gonna talk about this company a bit. They got very awesome throwback video on their channel, we're gonna look at it, I loved it. Anyway, Cygnus Entertainment will release a PlayStation VR2 version of adventure game remake Colossal Cave. The developer announced, a release date was not announced. Who knows, might be launch title, might be not, but anyway. Colossal Cave is due out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Switch, PC via Steam, Epic Games Store, Humble Store, itch.io, everything basically, and Quest 2 on January 19th, which is tomorrow, today. Now listen, I'm not gonna play it now because I'm gonna wait for PSVR 2 version, of course, but anyway. Followed by PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions in Q1 2023. Now they've got launch and also PlayStation VR 2 teaser trailer. But this video was taken down, so it looks like it's another one of those kind of premature announcements. But nevertheless, there is a video that they're gonna publish today at 5 PM UK time. So basically 6 hours from now on when I'm recording, so I don't know. But anyway, so I will be doing news video today at the end of the day, PSVR 2 news. So I'm gonna show you the footage then. But you can go to their channel, Colossal Cave, and you can, wait for it. Now, we're gonna talk about it, but first of all, let's play ourselves a trailer from the game.
You're standing at the end of a road before a small brick building, in search of adventure.
Okay, I rewind, so I think here, wait.
You're standing.
That bit here when the narration goes, I think it's all taken from the original text-based game. That's what I think, which is pretty cool. But anyway, let's go.
At the end of a road before a small brick building, in search of adventure. So take your first steps into Colossal Cave, the famed classic adventure reimagined by Roberto Williams, the legendary designer of King's Quest.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it here. Now this game, Colossal Cave, I am not old enough to know any text-based games, I probably didn't play them, but apparently Colossal Cave is still popular to this day. But I definitely remember King's Quest and all the Sierra games, back when I was a kid. I kind of just remember when Soviet Union fell apart, Berlin Wall was destroyed, and we've had a lot of stuff coming from abroad, and first PCs, proper PCs started to appear. And one of first games I ever played on PC, first game with cool graphics, let's say, was Sierra Games. So this is the studio that I definitely always gonna remember, and got so many great memories from back in the day when, little kids used to gather and try to solve the puzzles in the game, or waiting for monthly magazines to come out to give us the solution, because we couldn't work it out, 5-6 of us playing the same game on one computer on tiny screen. It was awesome. But anyway, so yeah, always gonna remember this studio. But let's go.
And Phantasmagoria. Explore the vast darkness of the mythical Colossal Cave.
That was a very gory game.
Within. Beware of the many obstacles that stand in your way, and perilous encounters that threaten to end your quest quickly, but without mercy. With many locations to traverse, secrets to find, and miles of caverns to explore, you'll never know just what your own adventure inside Colossal Cave will bring.
Okay, so this was the Steam trailer, of course, but the game coming to other platforms. Let's quickly maybe check out the Steam page, so we can maybe talk about this game a bit more. So let's go. From the acclaimed creator of King's Quest series and Phantasmagoria, Colossal Cave, reimagined by Roberta Williams, is an exciting new action-adventure game that promises bring you the adventure you've longed for. An homage to the original and esteemed classic computing text adventure, Colossal Cave Adventure by Will Crower and Don Woods, Roberta Williams brings beloved favorite game into the 21st century with meticulous handcrafted art, imaginative environmental creations based on caverns rendering the vast, engaging cave in fully explorable three-dimensional art. Immerse yourself in the mysterious and stunning world of boundless caverns and sweeping vistas. Underground streams and hidden reservoirs. Discover the many lost treasures, ancient civilizations, and encounter friends and foes alike in your quest to uncover the great mysteries of the Mammoth Cave system. With an non-linear exploration system, it's up to you to decide how to proceed through the Colossal Cave and how to discover all its secrets. Will you need a light? If I sound out of breath, you don't know here, but I had to pause video, help my wife with something important. It was very important, and now I am out of breath. But anyway, you don't see it because I, pause the video and I'm gonna edit it all out. But I am out of breath anyway. The ability to replay the game many times and still discover new things is what has kept this game in the hearts of generations and gamers for almost 50 years. This is mental. If you think you know what adventure games are, you might be surprised to find out just how Colossal Cave defines the genre. Can you not only survive the Colossal Cave but pass through it and win all its secrets? Time will tell as you undertake the most exquisite and classic adventure ever. Colossal Cave, reimagined by Roberta Williams. Game features scenic landscapes with hidden secrets, miles of caves, caverns, and crawl to work your way through, with over 15 distinct areas to explore in the Colossal Cave. Difficult puzzles for those seeking a challenge. Now, I said it a few times now I've got a family and stuff, and I am an adult and I've got work and I get tired and I need more sleep. I like now to have hints in my puzzle games, but never mind. Over 20 individual achievements to find and accomplish. Disclaimer, this is a PC version of the game, not the VR version. The VR version is separate, so keep that in mind here. Now, let's go. I want to show you another video which is super awesome and I love it and I could watch it many times. So let me find it. They've had it on their channel for a while, but yeah. It's gonna basically give you idea how the game come about. Let me just find the video. Apparently I can spell. Right, now I can. So let's have a watch. It's about 4 minutes long.
Ken and Roberta Williams' fairy tale began 50 years ago as teenagers.
50 years, wow.
Who, in late 1972, married just 1 year out of high school.
That is
By
a fairy tale.
1979, they were living happily ever after. Ken had fulfilled his life dream of becoming a computer programmer, while Roberta, between computer jobs of her own, was busy raising their 2 small sons. One day, Ken carried home from work a teletype connected to a computer at MIT. On it, he
Oh yeah,
discovered a
I wanted
text
to
game
pause it,
simply
look at it, but
called
never mind.
Advent. He ran it, and the first words displayed would change their lives forever. You're standing at the end of the road before a small brick building. He showed this to Roberta, who immediately took over and played the game for weeks. When she finished, having earned all 350 points, she said to him, "I love that game, and I have a game idea of my own. Will you program it for me? Maybe with graphics? I'm calling it Mystery
House.
Together, they formed Sierra Online to develop more games.
Oh man, oh man.
Roberta designed many hit products. And over the next 18 years, Sierra grew to over 1,000 employees, with Ken as CEO. Sierra went public on NASDAQ in 1987 and was acquired in 1997. Roberta and Ken subsequently retired, built a home in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, then bought a boat and circumnavigated the oceans for almost 25 years.
Man, now that's a life I would love living. On a boat. Far away from as far away from people as possible. I like my house here is the best I could do to be far away from people. But I just like to be away from civilization, let's say. Not maybe people, but like, you know, the civilized world. So yeah, living on a boat,
The boat
maybe one day.
themselves.
Probably not though.
Meanwhile, the game that had inspired Roberta went on to become famous. Microsoft published it as their first game.
Microsoft
Apple also
Adventure.
launched it as their first game.
Apple Adventure.
Not long after, Atari made it into a cartridge
Atari
that
made
sold
Adventure.
1 million copies. Over the next 45 years, the game known as Colossal Cave Adventure would be remade over 180 times. There are
180
hundreds, if not thousands,
different
of
versions.
websites dedicated to it. An internet search finds 2.1 million references, and phrases such as Zizzy have entered our culture.
I don't know what this means.
In early 2020, while Ken and Roberta were pondering their next projects, the pandemic of COVID struck. Stranded at home, Ken needed a challenge and asked
Great
Roberta,
photo with
"What
the
should I do?"
hoodie on.
suggested
The
you write a
dogs,
book.
the dogs though, the dogs, check them out. They got little coats on,
And he
that's the
did.
cutest thing ever.
The History of Sierra Online. The book became a bestseller. Remembering his Sierra days, Ken became curious about the current games being programmed, which brought him to Unity. Wow,
Unity,
Ken
a dying
exclaimed and
engine,
started
a slowly
learning it.
dying engine.
"Roberta, I want to make a game. Do you have any suggestions?" And she did have a big idea.
Colossal
Roberta
Cave.
said, "We owe our wonderful lives to that old game I played and loved 45
It's mental
years
how
ago.
one game
What if we could
changed
remake
so
it with
much."
Unity in 3D? And so, welcome to Colossal Cave 3D Adventure. Adapted for virtual reality and computers by Roberta Williams, engineered by Ken Williams.
Wow. I cannot wait. Point and click adventure games. We need many of those, especially in VR. I know there is that one Amiga game, I forgot name now. What's been remade past like 5-6 years, but I think they're having some issues with actually financing it. Now this one, yes, this one is actually happening, so I definitely cannot wait for that game. Gonna be awesome for me, definitely. You know, all of you who remember Sierra games and like a bit of a throwback gameplay, even though those days for us, you know, the people with less and less time, seems like it, the puzzles might be too much. I'm sure we'll be able to get through it. Okay, that's it for today. For now, I mean, I'll be back later today with news video, and we're gonna look at PlayStation 5 and hopefully VR2 trailer. And now that's it. Big shout out to all the patrons. You are all awesome, and that's it. Bye.